R. Kelly is facing a huge problem, guys. Currently, right now, he's contained in solitary confinement in the jail. Now, he apparently had made a plea to the federal judge to remove him from solitary confinement and put him in general population. The only problem is, and the major concern they're having with general population, is the fact that people who are charged with sex crimes, they have a tendency to get picked on, for lack of better words, get beat up, get raped. There's a lot of problems R. Kelly could face if he goes into the general population. Could be a lot of folks in there who don't agree with anything he's doing. Just like, you know, R. Kelly got a lot of supporters, a lot of hardcore supporters. He got a lot of hardcore haters out there too, y'all. So they're concerned about putting him in general population. But here's the deal. He's in solitary confinement. So with that being said, he has no interaction with any people at all. No people at all. He has no access to media. They don't even let him outdoors. You know, he can't go out in the yard for a couple minutes and just get a breath of fresh air just for like 5 seconds. None of that. Like none of that. He's not allowed to do any recreational activities with folks, like such as, you know, maybe lifting weights, playing basketball, those such things. They don't allow them to do that. What else are they saying? Oh, face-to-face visitations. So any visits he gets, it has to be through video. It can't be like one-on-one with a person. He can't sit in a room one-on-one with a person. So, and what else are they saying? Oh, he only showers 3 days a week. They're saying he only gets one 15-minute call per month. Per month. That's crazy. He can't buy any snacks or candy or anything like that from the commissary. It's really harsh. It's really harsh, the treatment that he is in currently. So this is why he is in solitary confinement. That's what's happening. He has little to no interaction with anyone. It's kind of sad though, because he hasn't been charged with anything yet. You know, he's got charges pending against him, but he's not guilty of anything at all yet. So until he becomes guilty, even if he does become guilty, they don't put them in solitary confinement. They should have a place just like they did with Jeffrey, what's his name? Epstein. Somewhere they could put R. Kelly where he's not in general population, but he's not exactly in solitary confinement. I don't get it. I mean, I don't get why he's exactly in solitary confinement. And then I don't understand why. Okay, so let's say he's in solitary confinement. That's the department. Well, why don't they give him some kind of leeway where he can maybe get more calls in a month, where he can get some comments and candy and shit like that off the commissary, where he can, you know, go outside for a little bit, maybe go play ball or something like that, you know. So like, I don't know. I feel like being a little strict for no reason. Sometimes you never know how these facilities work and the people inside. So, so Steve Greenberg, he's basically saying that R. Kelly is being punished because of his celebrity status and the facts that he's charged with sex crimes involving minors. So the lawyer, Steve Greenberg, is actually asking the judge to consider that solitary has taken a big toll on Kelly's physical and mental health. And it probably is, you know. So in other news, in other R. Kelly news, they're saying that a lot of big rigs are pulling through for R. Kelly. Now, you know, R. Kelly is trying to go for Michael Jackson's old lawyer, Tom Mazzaro, who is also, let's not forget, he was also Bill Cosby's lawyer too. So this Tom Mazzaro, as I reported previously, he was asking, I think he needs like $1 million, at least $1 million from R. Kelly to represent R. Kelly at this, you know, at this stage in his process. Excuse me. But as previously reported also, R. Kelly's funds really aren't up there at all. So a lot of people, a lot of big rigs in the entertainment industry are pulling together to get the funds so that R. Kelly can obtain Thomas Mazzaro as an attorney. So, and as well as, you know, whatever else comes with Tom Mazzaro. So hopefully, you know, that'll go through. We shall see. I don't know. But again, as I briefly exaggerated, the fact that he was also Bill Cosby's attorney. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Bill Cosby wanted to get rid of Tom. Bill Cosby didn't want Tom no more. He was looking for other, you know, other attorneys or other streams of defense. So R. Kelly is looking to possibly hire on Tom Mazzaro, who actually won the case for Michael Jackson back then. So we'll see how things go with this whole situation. And as far as the people who are coming together with the money for R. Kelly, they're saying that in order for them to obtain this lawyer for R. Kelly, they want R. Kelly to get rid of Steve Greenberg. Now, Steve Greenberg is saying that's not true. That's not what's going on. But, you know, certain sources is leaking out the information. They're saying, look, listen, that is the truth. We want to get rid of you. We do not want Steve Greenberg. We feel like he's not good. He's just not good for you. He's not giving you the good publicity that you need. Now, there is, you know, some things that I have read up on, and with Steve Greenberg, I do think he has R. Kelly's best interest at heart. That Daryl Johnson dude, the spokesperson for Steve Greenberg, who was representing R. Kelly, I think when he had that little what do you call it? That little situation with the Savages, Joycelyn Savages folks, and they went on camera, and, you know, dude, Daryl Johnson, he didn't just proceed with the press conference. He went and addressed these people about their concerns and where their daughter was. Whereas I think Daryl Johnson stepped over the lines a little bit. Whereas if he was just strictly being a spokesperson for R. Kelly, or Steve Greenberg, whoever the hell's hiring Daryl Johnson, I feel like he should have shut the fuck up. Okay? I feel like he shouldn't have said nothing to them. Like, I can't comment. You know, I can't comment on that. You know, unfortunately, I'm not hired to be a representative to talk about those claims, whatever you guys are claiming. But, you know, I have a press conference to run here. I wouldn't even address them. I mean, I guess he had to, because they were being loud. They were being like, where our daughter? Where our daughter? Your daughter is old as shit, people. Your daughter is old as shit, and she probably in a hotel, or I don't know, text her, find out, find her on social media. Like, that's probably what my response would have been. I'd probably be like, y'all daughter is old as shit, ain't she? Y'all need to find her through social media or something like that. I'm sure she would contact y'all if she wanted to be bothered with y'all. They sitting there like just drawing attention to themselves, looking for more money. You know, so I know, you know, a lot of these people that's after money for R. Kelly, from R. Kelly, they probably look and they like, well, you know, he's still being represented by a legal team, so he gotta have money. The money must be coming from somewhere, so he might as well give us a couple $10,000 to shut the fuck up at these press conferences. Like, maybe that's how they look at it or something. I mean, you know, must got some kind of money. He do still have legal representation. It isn't like he's showing up in court with a public defender any longer. So, you know, Steve Greenberg. So, you know, back when the Surviving R. Kelly had been released, you know, Steve Greenberg had like really denied all claims made in that little docuseries. Like, for instance, he said there are no underage victims, there are no sexual assault victims, there are no victims of domestic violence, and that they're going to find. Oh, and there's no victims of domestic violence that they're going to find. It just didn't ever happen. And Steve Greenberg had said, I've seen snippets of it, I've seen reports about it, and we know what happened, and we know those things didn't happen. The man was not operating a harm harem or a sex cult or holding people hostage or anything like that. So, I mean, I think Steve Greenberg, you know, does have R. Kelly's best, you know, interest at stake here. I think he is looking out for the best interest of R. Kelly. I think that Daryl Johnson guy was bad business. Even though they say he had family situations and he was going, you know, step off the scene. I don't believe that. I believe R. Kelly was like, yo, what is that? Get that man out of here. What you mean? He talking about, oh, if that was my daughter, I'd drive up in there. Like, that just makes it look bad. Like, I mean, it don't make it look bad, but it make it look like he believed, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. By him saying, drive up there to the hotel and go, if that was my daughter, I would drive up in there. And she's 21 years old. I would drive up to that hotel and go get my daughter. I would go get her. If I was y'all, that's what, and I would talk to y'all when we done. So what the fuck you want to talk to them about when you done? What you gonna say to them when you done? What you gonna give them some underlying information? You gonna give them some little bit of advice that might actually be, you know, leaking certain types of information to these folks? Like, I don't know. Like, that was all a little shiesty happening that had happened there. But again, R. Kelly wants to get out of solitary confinement. And R. Kelly has some friends in the music industry that are really trying to look out for him and come up with this money so he can get Tom Mazzaro to actually represent him. But they're saying he needs to fire Steven Greenberg. So, I don't know, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm curious as to what a lot of y'all folks say about this whole video. Like, as far as him being in solitary confinement, not having access to anything, not even like a phone call a day, not a phone call a week, but just a 15-minute phone call for the month. Like, to me, that's like, that's out of pocket. Like, that's a shame. It's really a shame. But they're scared to put him in, they're scared to put him in general population because they think that folks in there, other inmates in there might not take too kindly to him. They might actually hurt him. They might beat him up, y'all. You know, he might go through some tragic events considering that he is facing sexual charges with minors. So even if they are, if let's say they are true or they aren't true, either way, these folks ain't gonna care. These inmates aren't gonna care if it's false or if it's fact. They just gonna be like, you know what you was messing with minors? Like, what kind of person is you? And just beat him up. That's just how some folks is. You know, not everybody likes everybody. Not everybody dislikes everybody either, though. So guys, till next video.